In between the two massive weeks of PAX Australia and unfortunately getting Conflu, Atlus have steadily released new information from Yukari and Junpei's character trailers to some gameplay focusing on the dorm life in the remake and a full-blown exposé of the social links. We've also had a few snippets from behind the scenes with the English voice talent working on the remake. So let's go ahead and break all this down. Let's start from the top with Yukari's character trailer. Yukari's trailer opens up with some animated scenes from the beach trip to Yakushima before transitioning into the summer festival, with the optional date with taking Yukari. We really get to see the improvement between the old and new graphics with these scenes in particular. Following this, we're also shown a glimpse of the movie marathons you can do with Yukari to raise your social stats during the summer break. New scenes take place within the movie theater, which previously did not have an interior in the other entries. We also get a bunch of clips, banter between Yukari and Junpei inside the dorm and during the dark hour. It is also worth noting that the portraits of the characters do change in the lighting, as you can see the difference between Yukari's portrait here in the daily life and the dark hour. The trailer then wraps up with Yukari's full theurgy attack, which was previously leaked in the Sega leak, before capping off with her all-out attack finisher with her new Seize combat outfit. Yukari's special move has been confirmed to do severe wind damage, which ignores resistances, which is perfect for those bosses that kinda get in the way. Next up is Junpei. The trailer begins with a new scene between Makoto and Junpei relating to a bunch of flowers. This may be a new quest or a side story featuring him. We are then shown an extended version of the first appearance of Tartarus, before jumping into some gameplay showing Yukari shifting to Junpei. I also want to take a moment and acknowledge that Zeno Robinson is doing a killer job of Junpei. Hands down one of the best casting choices in my opinion.
Hell yeah, let's do it!
During this little snippet, we can see a flash of Junpei's skill set, presumably around level 50, as he's carrying Blade of Fury, which originally was unlocked at level 50 in the original game. But it does seem that Junpei's skill set has been improved with the addition of Miragi, which he did not have access to in the original games. These skills might unlock with bonus episodes, but the later gameplay seems to indicate that this isn't the case, so it's more likely that this is just part of his normal skill set. Finishing up the battle, we catch Junpei's all-out attack finisher with his new combat outfit, and the return of a classic level up quote as Zeno recites the original.
Junpei has leveled up!
The trailer then closes out with another scene between Makoto, Ken, Koromaru, and Junpei as he tries to raise his charm for the ladies by hanging out with Ken, which was promptly rejected. Next, we jump into the dorm life trailer as Mitsuru runs the team through the features of the dorm. This takes place after Fuku joins, giving the player more options to raise their social stats and spend time with the group. The facilities include the communal kitchen, which is new to Persona 3, the TV, which is now equipped with a DVD player, highlighting the break area, which you can now read in, which I assume can only be completed with others to raise skills, as you haven't been shown being able to purchase a book yet. While reading with Fuka, we get to catch a small glimpse of how these skill points will show up when earning them. And lastly, there is a rooftop garden, which looks to upgrade some of the party members' theurgy attacks. Here we can see a characteristic added to Junpei, giving him a critical boost. It is currently unclear if this is just for the theurgy attack or overall. Shortly after, we get a snippet inside the dorm along with some UI. It does look like the smiley faces will indicate activities, as you cannot raise party member social links during the evening, just in the afternoon. Upon talking to Yukari, she invites Makoto to watch a movie with her, prompting you to raise your charm. Throughout this trailer, there's a remix of the Iwatodai dorm theme playing, which looks to be much of the original, but with Lotus Juice rapping instead of the original lyrics. Covering the last trailer released recently is the behind the scenes with the English voice actors Alex Lee, Heather Gonzalez, and Zeno Robinson. Surprisingly enough, we also get a clip of Michelle Ruff talking about her experiences and originally voicing Persona 3 and passing on the torch to the new talent. It is unclear if Michelle will voice a character in the remake at this stage. The new talent talk about their experiences with the Persona franchise and what it means to them. During these interviews, I did spot a new render of the protagonist, which looks to be in his uniform, which was not previously seen. The attitude that the actors bring to these characters gives me great expectations for the dub as a whole, as they look to be just enjoying to play these characters and doing them justice. It is also worth mentioning that if you aren't following Alex Lee on his socials and YouTube, you are doing yourself a disservice, as this guy is a Persona meme master. And lastly, we have renders of the school social links along with confirmations of the English voice actors playing them. For the Magician social link, there's Kenji Tomochika, who is voiced by Joe Zija, who voices Claude in Fire Emblem Three Houses. For Moon, there's Nozumi Sumitsu, who is voiced by Paul Castro Jr., who voices Freminent from Genshin and Rindo from Neo The World Ends With You. For Chariot, there's Kazushi Miyamoto, who is voiced by Mark Witten, who voices Sedith from Three Houses, and Rengoku, the Fire Hashira from Demon Slayer. For Strength, there's Yuko Nishiwaki, who is voiced by Shelby Young. She voices Princess Leia in a few Star Wars titles, but recently has played Hami in Horizon Call of the Mountain. For Justice, there's Chihiro Fushimi, who is voiced by Kelly Baskin, who voices Amber in Genshin Impact, and also been recently confirmed to play Shizuna in Trails Through Daybreak. For Fortune, there's Kesuke Hiraga, voiced by Griffin Burns, who voices Wazi in Trails into Reverie, and Tagalia from Genshin Impact, and the Mist Hashira, Muchiro. Lastly, Temperance, which is Bebe, the French exchange student, who's voiced by Jeff Borg, who doesn't have the largest resume but has played Chase in 2 WWE games and Icarus from Mirror's Edge Catalyst. During the coming week, we should have another trailer focusing on Akihiko, as Atlus look to be featuring the party members on the order they joined. It is also safe to assume that Mitsuru and Fuka will soon follow. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding the recent trailers and the voice actor announcements of the school-based social links. Personally, I think we'll end up with a completely killer cast. I really hope that the new talent breathes life into some of these more overlooked social link characters. And if you missed the interviews we conducted at PAX Australia with a bunch of Persona cosplayers, be sure to go and check that out. It was Dwayne here from DewyHQ. I'll see you in the next video.